know what? I'm so excited, Barnes, that Resurrection Sunday is back every Sunday, and we're live every other week, noon to 4, all your favorite new wave stuff. Jill is going to be live at Mutation Brewing on the deck. Of course, that is Roswell Road, just north of 285. You can join Jill and 99X. Great food. Try the 99 experiment while you're there. Lots of giveaways as well. That's Resurrection Sunday. Find out more at 99x.com, our app, or just go to mutationbrew.com.
For those of you that don't know, this show, and there are a lot of new people, I understand, which I was surprised about, but new people, so welcome. This is the Morning Acts with Barnes and Leslie. We used to have a guy on the show named Jimmy, and Jimmy decided to be a rock star. So he's been on tour, and we want to welcome him back from the Springsteen tour. What do you play in the band?
Yeah, I play fan number 246.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah.
I have major FOMO seeing all your photos.
Oh, it's been great. No more shows. 7 shows on this tour I went to, and
That's only because he's not doing anymore.
Well, that's the right. That's the last. The last one was in Vancouver last week, or a few weeks ago, and it was the last show of his North American tour. He's got some makeup shows over the summer, which I'm like toying with, but that's a whole different
Toying
ballgame.
with?
Man, dude.
That's a whole different ballgame.
Go to the UK.
Yeah, but it's a whole different ballgame going to Europe. I don't know if I'm.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work.
Is that the show where you and Kira are sitting and Bruce is right behind you? That photo you posted?
So that was Winnipeg. We went there on my birthday in November, and I thought that was going to be the last show I go to. And then 5 days later, a good friend of mine, Dennis, texted me. He's like, hey, we're going to Vancouver tomorrow. I've got an extra ticket. And so I was like, I can't just get up and go like that. Vancouver, whatever. It's not going to... No, it's too much money. It's too much effort. I don't want to do it. And Kira, I posted about this. My wife, she said, because I said, no, honey, I don't think I'm going to go. And she said, Jimmy, you have been following this guy for 40 years. He's 75 years old. You cry at his shows. I've never seen you. I don't know anything that gives you the feeling like when you're at a Springsteen show, you have to go to this show. He's 75 years old. You're 63. You don't know when you're going to have another opportunity to see him. You're going to the show.
Wow, Kira did that.
You weren't concerned that was a trap?
Well, she will definitely put it in her back pocket.
Okay.
No question. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because that was too easy.
Oh, that was too easy. And I said, are you sure? Are you positive? Yes, I want you to go. Okay, great. Now, any man in that position who doesn't think their wife is going to store that.
Play it.
Yeah. That's the card they're going to play. Anyway, so have you been to Vancouver, by the way?
I have.
Have you?
I've been there with you.
With
Yeah, we
me?
all went,
You
remember?
weren't. Not to Vancouver.
We all went to Vancouver.
I've never been to Vancouver.
Oh, that wasn't the... Oh, you know what? It was the Toronto Film Festival. It was Toronto.
Sorry.
Oh, right.
I have been to Vancouver, but not with you.
There you go.
Toronto.
That may be my favorite North American city now.
It's beautiful.
It is cool. And by the way, the American dollar right now is killing it in Canada. I mean, it's worth it to go up there just on a shopping spree.
Wow, that's a great
It's very
city.
strong. So anyway, however, Barnes, you will appreciate this. Leslie, not sure. So, we're in the pit, okay? And there's this woman who is a Facebook friend of mine who... I don't really know how I know her outside of Facebook, but like whenever I post anything Springsteen related, she's always says, oh, were you at this show? Were you at that show? Or my husband and I are going to this show. And then she'll also mention, apparently she and I grew up in the same town in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And so she'll make references to Lincolnwood, but I don't really know who she is. So she messages me on Facebook and says, hey, are you at the show tonight? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be here. So she says, oh, my husband and I are here too. Great. So we're in the pit with my buddies, and she comes up to me. She recognizes me. I do not recognize her, other than from her face on Facebook. And it's great to see you. Oh, it's, how many shows have you been? And we start talking Springsteen nerd stuff.
This is before he came on?
Yeah. This is just waiting for him to come on. And so, I'm thinking, how do I know this girl? How do I know her? Because she speaks like we know each other outside of Facebook, like we go way back.
Like intimately know her, like you've
know.
You've shared conversations
yes,
deeply.
She's from Lincolnwood. So finally,
Oh boy.
I say to her in as gentle a way, as a friendly way, I said, so tell me, and I'm going to call her Mindy, that's not her real name. I said, so I got to ask you, so how do we know each other?
Why would you go there? What? You don't need to know.
But it's because she's always sending me texts about Bruce. She's always texting me about, about the old neighborhood. Like, how do I know you?
I'd be curious as well, Barnes. Yeah, what's happening here?
I just don't think, at that point, if you can't remember, it might not be good.
Well,
so that's why I don't want to even. I would avoid that.
So she says she was good friends with my sisters. Okay, fine.
All right, that's safe.
And then, and side note, we took a picture together, sent it to my sister, and then later my sister was like, "I have no idea who that is."
Oh,
what?
Okay. So now she also said, "Oh yeah, I do recognize her name, but she's apparently had a lot of work done." So, just saying. So she says, we worked at Biasetti's together. Now, Biasetti's was a pizza place I worked at when I was 16 years old. Okay?
Whoa.
So, I mean, I hope I'm not being... Like, am I a bad guy for not remembering an employee that I worked with when I was 16? Barnes, could you tell me who you were working with when you were 16 years old?
Kelly Anderson. She was so cute.
Okay.
I worked at this place, a pita shop. But go ahead.
Okay. I said, oh, okay. I don't really remember. She says, and you don't remember what happened?
Oh, no.
And now I'm feeling like I'm offending her. I said,
Oh boy.
what? She says, you don't
hold
remember.
on 1 second. You're standing there with who else?
Well, my friend Dennis, but he had just left. So it's just she and I, Mindy and I. And she says, remember one night you went to drop me off at home? And we started making out.
Oh, no.
And my dad walked in on us, and I had no clothes on.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is appropriate.
Barnes, Leslie, I have zero recollection of it. Zero recollection of this.
Oh, you almost slipped and
I
said
have
something else.
No idea. And now I'm thinking, okay, now it's at a different level. And I'm thinking, if I continue with I don't remember, then it would be offensive, right, Leslie?
Well, it's already.
Absolutely offensive. Already offensive.
it's already
and
offensive?
Well, she's like trying to tell you, like, hey, bro, you've seen my business.
Right.
And you're
And
like,
you don't remember.
I have no recollection of this.
It must not have been
So,
good. How did it look now?
I don't know. Well, whatever. We'll go past that. So now I'm thinking, okay, now I'm being a jerk. Like to not, remember her. To not remember we were making out is one thing. Not remember that we were naked and her dad walked in. Who would remember that? Me. So Barnes, I had to play the card that I don't think I've ever played before.
Oh, I can't wait for this. What illness do you have?
I said to her, here's the thing. In 2018, I had a stroke.
Oh, you played the stroke
I played the stroke card. Now, for those of you who are judging me and saying, how dare you make up a story, I did have a stroke in 2018, and I came out fine. But I did have a stroke.
Well,
so I said...
That's debatable. But
I said to her... So then Barnes, Leslie, I turned the tables. I flipped it, and I said... I had a stroke in 2018, and unfortunately, it wiped out all my childhood memories.
He lost his hard drive.
It wiped out all my childhood memories. To which she was then like, oh my God, oh, that's horrible. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you flipped it. You left
And now she's trying to console you.
And then I went, and then I doubled down. I was like, yeah, it's just been so hard. It's been such a rough few years to not have memories of my childhood and to not remember. So I am so sorry. She's no, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I hope she listens.
She lives in L.A. I hope she doesn't. I hope she's not.
Dude, she is on this podcast like stink on. I'm telling you, she knew everything about everything. I love it.
Oh,
All right,
God.
Jimmy's here all morning. The ticket window coming up next. This, same as it ever was, is 99X.